Hear this mantra, love me, flaws and all. But some of your flaws are what's ruining your relationships. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Stephan, aka Stephan Speaks, here to bring you some more relationship advice, dating advice, you name it, we talking about it. I'm here to help you, all right? And with that, I want you to be sure that you subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, and I want you to vote below. If you've been watching me before, you know I like to do a little polls here and there. Do you know your worth? Do you feel like you truly know and embrace your worth? Yes or no? Vote below in the comments section. But let's talk about this whole knowing your worth. So we hear this term used all the time, and it's a very real thing. Like you need to know your worth. So many people are struggling in life and relationships because they not only not know their worth, but they don't embrace their worth. And when you don't know it and you don't embrace it, you sell yourself short. You accept less than you deserve. You entertain people you should not entertain. Hell, you work at jobs you shouldn't be working at because you don't truly understand your worth. So I want you to know it. And I want you to understand that you deserve wonderful and amazing things. But we need to get into a less talked about aspect of knowing your worth. Now, let me warn you right now, this might trigger some of you, all right? And I'm saying everything going forward with true love and a desire to help you. So here's the thing. Know your worth and understand that right now, you may not be at your full potential. I tell people you're supposed to know your worth, but then increase your value. And what I mean by that is we have to understand there is always room for growth. There is always room for improvement. And the minute you start thinking that you're all that with nothing that you need to improve about yourself, you shot yourself in the foot. You've created a very unhealthy dynamic where you are going to stop growing in life, where you're going to stop progressing because you think so highly of yourself that you're now blind to your flaws, or you're aware of your flaws, but you want people to accept them anyway. We always have, or you hear this mantra, love me, flaws and all. But some of your flaws are what's ruining your relationships. Some of your flaws are the exact thing that repels the kind of people you want to attract into your life. Some of those flaws are keeping you miserable, unhappy, and unhealthy. So we can't just have this mentality of take me, flaws, and all. And so when we go back to this idea of knowing your worth, let me give you this analogy real quick. It's like if you ever went house hunting and you find this wonderful, amazing house, and you start to realize, or you see that the house at its true full value is worth $500,000. However, the house has broken doors, the kitchen needs repairing, the yard needs work. So in its current condition, it can only sell for $300,000. All right? This is how people are operating. You're a house that at your full potential is worth that $500,000. But because you overlook your flaws, you don't realize that your current value is only going to sell for $300,000. But you're expecting people to pay the full $500,000. That's not going to work that way. And this is why so many people don't find a buyer. Don't find anyone who is willing to invest in them, because it's not that you don't have the value, but you're not tapping into it. You're not doing what is necessary to reach that full potential and see your true full value. Not to mention, you're not even presenting the vision of your value. What do I mean by that? Going back to the house analogy, one of the best ways to sell a house is to stage it. Staging it means you put the furniture in there, you put the whole setup so people can see the vision of the potential this house has. Many of you are presenting a low quality version of yourself. You're not bringing out and letting people see the great true value of who you are. Your presentation is wrong. The energy that you're giving off, or the spirit you're giving off to the world, is beneath your true value. So again, if you want people to embrace your worth, you have to know it. But if you want people to embrace it, you've got to fully tap into it. And that means working on our issues. We cannot become so caught up in wanting to feel better about ourselves that we ignore what we need to correct within ourselves. We cannot lose track of the fact that there is work that needs to be done. And listen, there's nothing wrong with the idea that something is wrong within you. I think we become so sensitive when we hear anyone claim or point out a flaw or an issue within us. How dare they say something is wrong with you? How dare you say this person lacks this? But it's just the truth. It's reality. And how can I help you, or anyone help you, if we lie to you? If we make you think that you're so awesome? And again, at your full value, you are awesome. You're amazing when you tap into your true potential. But who you are at this moment is not that. Who you are at this moment is not the full value. You are operating in the $300,000 house range when you could be at the $500,000 house range. And that is all contingent on, are you willing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, here's what needs to be corrected. Let me get to it. Whatever it is. And be willing to hear people out when they give us constructive criticism. That's one thing I've learned in life. I do not reject correction. I do not reject constructive criticism. I see it as an opportunity to self-reflect and to improve myself. No matter how great we think we are, we may be overlooking little things. Now, granted, it doesn't mean that you have to be perfect to get what God has for you. It does not mean you have to be perfect to get that great relationship or anything. But if you're not even working towards better, then how can you expect to receive better in your life? If you're not even trying to reach your full potential, then how can you demand and expect someone else come to the table with their full potential? If you live below your value, then expect to only receive people living below theirs. But you're not going to be happy with that. You're not going to want that in a relationship unless you decide to settle. And I'm never going to tell you to settle. I never want you to settle. I don't want you settling with who you are, and I don't want you settling with who you will allow yourself to be with. I want you to get the best out of you, the best that life has to offer, the best that God has for you. And that starts with not just knowing your worth, your true full worth, but increasing your value, tapping into your full potential, becoming your best you, and watch everything be what you've been waiting for it to be in your life. I hope you really received this message. And again, if you are in any way triggered, pray about it. Take a step back. Process this, but understand I gave this message to help you. I do not want to lie to you, and I don't want to just give you a bunch of nice words to make you feel good. I want you to hear the truth that will set you free and set you up for something amazing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel, share this video, because again, somebody needs to hear it. Like, comment below, do you know your worth? And I'll see you in the next video.